So, race number 26 of the meeting, it's the Junior Rotax second chance heat. Let's take you through your starting grid. So on pole position will be Joshua Graham, and he will have alongside him Santeri Leitonen. Please excuse the graphics on the screen itself, but Joshua Graham will start from pole position. Santeri Leitonen will be on the second row, on the second position on the front row alongside the Brit. Kasper Nissen and Adas Majalskis will be on row 2. Sebastian Koch and Thomas Rudokas, row 3. Julian Kovacevic and Knut Nielsen, row 4. Max Sudurski and Ryan Bourguignon rounding out the top 10 representing the Netherlands and Finland. France. Then we've got Vitte Veinen and Jules Avril, Sky Parker, Rasmus Koskinen, Matthias Jurelevar, Mathis Lemaitre, Jake Menton and Romain Kitzinger rounding out the 19 strong that will go into battle over the next 7 minutes plus an additional lap. So the drivers now head on to their official formation lap ahead of 7 minutes, plus 1 lap of racing. The conditions have changed quite a bit since yesterday, as we did have sunshine all the way through Saturday, but now there is a lot of low-lying cloud. The morning warm-up showed that there are some wet patches on the circuit. There is some dry parts of the circuit, but will that evolve over the course of the day, or will the weather again take another turn? We will have to wait and find out. The red lights are on the starting gantry. So the drivers start to slowly make their way through the 12th and final corner. They split. They head into the tram lines. Revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? The Junior Rotax second chance heat gets going right now, and Joshua Graham leads the field ahead of Kasper Nissen, going through into turns 1 and 2. 3, 4 wide. There is a moment at the back end of the field. Someone's trying to get off the grid, and someone's lost their front bumper. That is the 2-1-3. Now Santeri Leitonen from Force Racing Finland, who is out on the spot, I'm afraid. And that is on the outskirts of turn number 3. There is the number 282 of Adas Majalskis. They're trying to make some headway. But at the moment, Joshua Graham is striding away quite comfortably. Thanks to not having the best of luck yesterday. A DNF in one of the races due to a broken exhaust after having another car mount the back bumper. Graham leads the way. Second, it's Kasper Nissen. And third, it is the 2-1-4 of Sebastian Koch from Germany. Knut Nielsen rounds out the top 4. Jules Avril and Ryan Bourguignon round out the top 6 positions. A little bit further back, you've got the likes of Jake Menton, who is not too far behind the 272 of Bourguignon, as we are heading into the conclusion of the first minute and a half of this race. Top 6 will advance. Every result called by myself here in the commentary position will be provisional, pending any sporting and technical matters post-race. So just over 5 minutes remain, and at the moment Joshua Graham did have a lead of just over a second after the opening lap. Might be a little bit more considerable, and at this point it's 1.5 seconds. So the Agenti Motorsport driver is clearly showing the pace that we were denied of seeing yesterday, but there is a battle for second position. The positions are changing. Kasper Nissen still staying in that second place. but has got Knud Nielsen and Sebastian Koch not too far behind. Sebastian Koch looks to be in third at this moment as they go down the Europalan. A little bit further back, we've got the likes of Thomas Rudaukas and also the 233, that's Francis Romain Kitzinger. So one retirement, unfortunately, for Santeri Laitinen. The Finns' weekend comes to an end rather abruptly on the opening lap. But everyone's still circulating. Graham is just pulling away. There is the, in brief shot, was the 282 of Vadas Majauskis, the youngster from the United Kingdom. Has been here before, but has also, just like Joshua Graham, not had the run of luck that he might have expected. He was also the winner of the kart championship Winter Cup at Wilson Mill last December. So at the moment, it is Graham, Nissen, Nielsen, Bosch, Bourguignon, and now Jules Avril drops to 6th position. So Majauskis has got a chance. He's gotten past Jake Menton and sees the 272 just up ahead. It's time for Majauskis to close on in. Bourguignon has been setting the fastest laps of the race so far, 57.785, so bit of a change. Bit of a robust manoeuvre there from Sebastian Koch, and that was on Knud Nielsen, and thereby Ryan Bourguignon has now jumped up into third place as a result of that slight touch between the two, and quite a considerable pace advantage for Aras Majauskis, who is last time around was exactly 6 tenths quicker than Jules Avril. Jules Avril of 58.499, Aras Majauskis of 57.899. Entire field covered by just over 18.4 seconds after 4 laps as our race leader makes his way down through into Cafe Corner at turn 10. Now Avril has got Majauskis about 4 kart lengths behind. So Graham goes on to another lap. He extends his lead to nearly 2.5 seconds. Knud Nielsen, Ryan Bourguignon, Sebastian Koch, Kasper Nissen, Jules Avril ran at the top 6, but there is Aras Majauskis waiting for the opportunity to get past. Jake Menton, Roman Kitzinger, Matthias Jallerup, Matti Suometra, Max Sederski, Thomas Rudaukas, Vitti Väinänen, Rasmus Koskinen, Julian Kovacevic, Jules Lever and Sky Parker still circulating. Majauskis bumps over the curbs through the entrance into the turn 7 chicane and now looks for the move. Had to wait for it, backed out of it through turn number 9. There once again is the race leader, Josh Graham. Battle for second really heating up as Bourguignon has caught up to Knud Nielsen. So we will have a total of around 3 laps, including this one. So we're on to lap number 7 out of 9, with a minute on the timer plus an additional lap remaining. Majauskis is very close, just under 2.5 tenths behind Jules Avril for the final position in the top 6. Majauskis could even get as high as 4th position, maybe 5th position, if he's lucky. As in front of Jules Avril is Kasper Nissen. Majauskis this time goes for the move, and a little bit of a touch between him and Jules Avril. So Avril was turning in, Majauskis went for the move, and unfortunately the French driver has a slight bit of contact, which bumps Jules Avril's back axle into the air. We're on to the penultimate lap, and there's drama therefore. That was the 232 of Jake Benson, and somebody else was involved too. Might have been, that was Matthias Jallerup, I believe. Or, no, it's actually Thomas Rudaukas might have been caught up in that, but that was a little bit of a difficult incident going through into turn number 12. Timer has expired for the Junior Rotax second chance heat, as Joshua Graham now makes his way through turn number 9. Michalskis rounding out the top 6 with Bourguignon, Knut Nielsen, Sebastian Koch and Kasper Nissen. And Bourguignon has really been upping the pace, 56.712 on the previous lap, as Joshua Graham sees the last lap board first. So does Bourguignon, so does Knut Nielsen, Sebastian Koch, Kasper Nissen and Aras Michalskis. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I'm not sure if I am Bourguignon may progress, because I do see that the bumper seems to be slightly flapping up and down at the front of it, despite catching up to Joshua Graham. Leaders making their way through into turn 7 and turn 8 for the final time in this junior second chance heat. So one more corner to go, and Joshua Graham has led every single lap of this race. He comes out of the final corner, the 298 from Argenti Motorsport wins the second chance heat for Junior Rotax. Hayam Bourguignon takes second, and it's Knut Nielsen, Sebastian Koch, Aras Michalskis makes it up to 5th in the end, ahead of Kasper Nissen. Jules Avril will take 8th behind Mathis Aumetre. Romain Kitzinger and Max Swiderski complete the top 10 as the rest of the field make their way across the start-finish line. So Joshua Graham wins it. Rounding out the field, 18 of the 19 drivers completed the full 9-lap race distance. Thomas Rudokas, Matthias Jarrup, Vitti Väinänen, Julian Kovacevic, Rasmus Koskinen, Sky Parker, Juri Levar and Jake Menton. But unfortunately, Finland's Santeri Laitinen retiring on the opening lap of the turn 3 after the front bumper was ripped asunder. The last chance for 6 drivers to get through into the top 36 here in Junior Rotax. Got finals day underway here for the opening round of the season. Drivers would make their way into the tram lines, the revs would start to build, and on the first time of asking, the red lights would go out and signal the start of the second chance heat, with Joshua Graham from Argenti Motorsport leading the field into the opening couple of corners. Then there was an early incident involving Finland's Santeri Laitinen, as there was also a turnaround in the opening corner which involved several drivers. And this was the moment where over the back of Julian Kovacevic went Santeri Laitinen, and then all of a sudden 180 backwards the wrong way, clattering into another cart, and that was the 218 of Matthias Jarrup. Kovacevic also off of the circuit, and Santeri Laitinen had to retire on the spot. Sebastian Koch definitely was feeling in a fighting mood going up the inside of the 222 of Kasper Nissen from Denmark, but Hayam Bourguignon managed to get through on them. And then the 207 of Mathis Aumetre would find himself behind the 218 later on in the race, which would be Matthias Jarrup. And then there was this moment as Aras Michalskis tried to overtake Jules Avril into turn 9. Avril was trying to close the door. Michalskis was trying to go for the move, and they both came together. Also this moment here involving Jake Menton, who was sideways, which looked to be the one of the drivers, might have been Romain Kitzinger, and Jake Menton had to rejoin by the entry road, but it was Joshua Graham from Argenti Motorsport who led from lights out to checkered flag and wins the second chance heat in Junior Rotax.